I can't believe we're here. Happy 2026, guys. Happy New Year. This is insane. This is insane. I'm filming this on New Year's Eve and I'm just feeling all of the New Year's excitement, and I was like, I need to sit down and film this video immediately. I need to talk about my goals. I need to talk about my intentions for 2026, what I'm hoping for, all the good things. I know you guys are goal planning this first week of January, so I was like, this is the perfect time for us to sit down and go over these goals. If you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. This is a great time to subscribe because it's a new year and a lot of new content is coming. New changes are currently happening in my life right now, like back to back to back. And it's a great time to be here on this journey with me. So welcome if you're new. If you're not new, hi, you know I love you. And I'm so excited to be here. My name's Jill, I'm 24. I live in South Florida and I make lifestyle content. I talk all about personal finance, my hobbies, reading, workouts, food, books, all the things, truly, all the things. I work full-time in hospitality and I am also a girly sharing my life in my 20s on the internet. Here with a beautiful coffee, of course. I'm ending the year, guys, truly on such a high note. Oh, I had a rough 2025. It was rough. It was rough. I did set goals for 2025. I'm not even gonna recap them because you know what? I hit like one of them, pay off debt. And you know what? That was a great win this year. Other than that, I did not go near my New Year's goals. And partially that is because of my poor planning of said goals. Like I set the goals up, but I didn't plan to then achieve them. Also though, because sometimes, here's the thing, I'm delusional and I'm like, the sky's the limit. Like I can do anything. However, you still have to work towards those things and like set yourself up for success. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you get lucky. Like I always say, I'm a lucky girl, and sometimes you genuinely do get lucky and like crazy shit happens in life, but not with everything. So some things you do have to work towards. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about my New Year's goals and what I'm going to do to work towards them, how I'm planning for them, and just like actions I'm taking in the day-to-day to then go and do that. I love New Year's goals. I love planning. I am a Capricorn and I love to plan. If you guys have been here for like my resets, like you don't always hit the goals that you set out to hit, and then I'm always disappointed. So I'm really trying to be more realistic with my goals, and not realistic in the sense of like, I'm gonna accomplish this tomorrow and be like, look at me, I accomplished something. This is gonna be a little hard because I have to work towards it and I have to be self-disciplined, but I'm gonna get there and I'm still gonna work towards it even when it's difficult. That's what I'm trying to develop this year, that self-discipline that I don't have at all in the slightest. This whole space, you can see my kitchen in the back, is gonna be used for me to insert all my goals. I plan on Notion. You gotta find what works for you. I cannot tell you what works for you. Everybody is so different with like what planning tools they like to use and like what works for them. I love a blank piece of paper and I like making a checkbox like list that I can check off. That is my like ideal planning method. I have tried so many things. I've tried the trackers. I just can't keep up with it. And maybe if I tried harder, maybe I could, but what works best for me is like a blank piece of paper, putting things into categories and just going from there. For this year, I really, like I said, I try to be a bit realistic. I'm really focusing on the day-to-day a lot and like how I want to feel in my days and things I'm doing in the day-to-day, habitual things that I want to work on that I just think overall will make my life better. But then there's also like very specific things that I'm going to try to work towards. I am filming this like New Year series. This is part 2. I did like a New Year's prep where I just like vlogged at the end of the year and I like cleaned my apartment and I kind of just like got myself in order. I was socializing. It was very much just like I rearranged my bedroom because I was like, I need to do this now. If you want to go see that, that vlog was right before this one. This is the second video in this like New Year's series, this New Year's planning series, just like moving into the new year. If you're watching this video like not the first week of January when it's uploaded, not to worry. It is never too late to plan. That's the thing. It's never too late to start something. It's just nice doing it in the new year because it have this like big transition of a year, a number, but like technically every day is the same. You know what I mean? Like just because it's 2026 now, it doesn't mean like everything's gonna change. Like you have to put in the work to do it. So, you know, some people will be like New Year's resolutions are like a scam, like they don't work, but I think it really is just like what you do in your day-to-day to get there. So if you're watching this later on in the year, this is the perfect time to start your year. Maybe you're going into 2026 part 2 for you. And you know what? that's great. But for this series, I'm doing my New Year's prep, like I said, that's already posted. This New Year's video, my goals, as well as a vision board for the year. And then I am going to move into 2 more videos. I'm gonna go over my Q1 goals. So I am going back to this method. I haven't done this in over a year, and it does make a difference. It does make a difference for me. I need to be so nitty gritty on my goals, to-do list, all the things. It's just how I am as a person. It's just what works best for me. If I don't, I will be flailing all over the place, and that's what I've basically been doing the last year and a half. I haven't done this in a while, and when I did this in 2024, the start of 2024, I was doing things to like work towards things. I was not as like in that self-discipline mindset as I am now though, so I do think that this will be even a better turnout if I actually work towards the things. So I am going to do quarterly goals. So this is how my goal structure is going to be set up, okay, this year. Yearly goals. Within the 365 days of the year, I want to accomplish these big things, okay? Then we're breaking things down into quarterly goals, so making those goals a bit smaller. So I'm going to be like planning in 3-month increments. So I'm going to have 4 quarters of the year. It's giving that like 12-week year vibe. Have you guys read that book? I haven't read it, but I know it's like, you know, 12-week year. It helps break things down. You can really focus on the goals instead of just saying like working towards this massive goal that you have and like you're like, where do I start? You break it down into smaller pieces. And then I'm doing monthly goals. So I'm breaking those down into the months. And then something new I'm doing that I didn't do before is I'm breaking those monthly goals into the week. It really is big goal. It's quarterly goals, and then it goes down into like, I want to say more like monthly to-dos and then weekly to-dos. Instead of it being like a goal, it's more of like a to-do list. Like instead of it just being like, oh, I want to reach this thing. It's like, no, this is like, I have to check this off my list. Like I planned my goals and my quarterly goals and my January goals all in like the last couple mornings. Whenever I wake up, between getting out of bed and making my coffee, short window of time where I don't have a headache, was like planning and thinking and feeling and reflecting. And it was like this very like dream-like flowy state, not to get all like woohoo. I started doing that and everything fell into place because I reflected on how the last year went, and I was like, okay, what good things happened last year? Because you can't just reflect on the bad. Like good things happened as well, you know? That's just how life works. The good comes with the bad. What good things happened? What did I do that I liked? What didn't I like? And how can I change that moving forward? So that's how we're entering the New Year's goals. I'm gonna break this down in the next couple videos. Oh, and I did forget to mention that 4th like New Year's series video is a financial goals video for the year. So I'm gonna go over my financial goals and we're gonna break them down and talk about it and my plan to get to each one. It's not gonna be like this crazy, I have 20 financial goals. I really try to keep my New Year's goals brief and specific because I think that when you do too many, it's just like how are we getting all this, you know? So I really try to do like 3 goals per category. 3 goals per category and really just break it down. And then I also got very specific as well because I feel like when you're not specific, you're kind of like, what direction are you even working towards? Like you got to break it down so you know where you're actually going and can actually get there. So that is the agenda today for the New Year's planning. Today is going to be all focused on my yearly goals, and then in the next New Year's video, I'll talk about my quarterly goals and how I'm starting that in the first month, which is January. I love January. I'm growing to love January even more. It's my birthday month. My birthday is January 17th. I am a Capricorn. I feel like January, it's always a good month because you feel motivated. It's great until the motivation goes away, so you need that self-discipline, you know, that's what we're working towards this year. But you feel good. The new year just started, so it's like, okay, fresh start. My birthday, which I'm now celebrating as an adult because I did not grow up celebrating holidays, though all my birthdays have been very rough, like, and all due to my own doing. I'll talk about that in this year's birthday video. Also, I work in hospitality, so I feel like it slows down a little bit after the holidays, but we still like are making good money, which is great. I mean, I'm salary now, so it doesn't really matter for me, but when I was working in like food and beverage, I was still making good money. Like all the money that was made in December is now carrying into January, so it's just like good paydays. Like it's like we got paid today, and we looked at our like combined pay. You'll see the payday video. I'll do a whole payday routine on it. 2 weeks? Nice. Like it just felt good. So I'm so excited, guys. I love a new year. I love a fresh start. So let's just get into the goals. Probably like, girl, I'm talking. Also, I am gonna do a vision board set up at the end of this video. However, I don't have it made yet, so I'm gonna do that. First though, I had to make the goals first though, because the vision board has to come from the goals. Like they need to be a visual representation of what I'm working towards. Okay, insert screenshot here of what my Notion looks like. I made a folder for my 2026 goals, and then you'll see all those subcategories that will go into, I did like my 12-week plan, which are like my rules and setup for the quarterly goals, my quarter one goals, and then my January goals. So I don't know why I picked the little earth for my 2026 goals. It just felt good. I don't know. I just did it. Like I didn't even think about it. I just did it in a little sparkle. My goals this year are so cute. I'm obsessed with them. My goals this year are so cute. Okay, I did about 3 goals per category, and I actually added some categories this year because I'm breaking it down even more. So I used to only do like personal, wellness, financial, and like a miscellaneous category. Let's start with the personal goals. So every year, guys, for the last 3 years, I've had on my goal list, read 50 books. You know how many I read this year? 47. 47. November was insane, December was insane, and I did not read 50 books this past year. It's on that list, and if you're wondering like how I read so many, my Kindle, romantasy, and fiction. That's how I read so many books. I could not read 50 like self-development books. I can maybe read like 2. It really is just personal preference. I just want to hit this number so bad. I don't even know like why. It's not because I feel like the more books I read, the more I guess the more you learn, but it's not because of like a very specific reason. I just feel like I have yet to hit this number of books and I just want to hit it. Mind you, I work full time. I do YouTube full time. I have a relationship. I have friendships. I have things to do, but I still am like, this reading goal needs to happen. Develop a consistent morning and night routine. This is the key to success. I swear it. Starts with the night routine, okay? Every time I have a good little like groove going at night, I'm sure there's science behind it where it like gives your body cues on like how to function, you know? So it's like, okay, after work, I come home, I do a kitchen tidy, and then I have a hot shower, and then I do my skincare, I turn my lights down low, and then I get in bed and start reading. It's almost like this cue that my body knows, okay, it's time to go to sleep now. Like this is the routine to put my body to bed. That's why I know that also that's why they say like you can't do multiple things in like one space. Like you can't eat in bed, do work in bed, and sleep in bed because you have a harder time falling asleep. I've heard that before, so I assume this is like similar to that. And then morning routine, same thing. If I have a good night routine and I get good sleep in, I can then wake up in the morning and I can get my mind right for the day. So like no phone, skincare in the morning, make my coffee because that's always going to be part of my mornings, okay? I'm not like food before coffee. I know I'm supposed to have like food before coffee, all the whole thing. I know. Do some journaling, and then I would love to add in some kind of like mental activity that's good for me that's not scrolling on my phone. So instead of the phone and like scrolling in the morning like you normally would, I want to add in like a little activity like a crossword or working on a puzzle or something like that. Like coloring, something that like is a bit more artistic. It's a bit more like, there's so much time in a day. I just need to learn how to use it, you know, and plan for it. I got a crossword like a few months ago and I still use it, but I want to do it even more. And it's so fun. Like it just like helps your brain. I feel like it just like, I'm over the phone. Weekly yoga and stretching. I need to make this more specific, I think, like a specific number of times a week. I'm the most like unflexible person ever. I would go to yoga to loosen up. However, I have not really been in a long time because I canceled my membership. But when I go, I feel so much better. So I think I just need to do it at home. I know if I'm like more flexible and my body can move more, it'll just feel better as a whole. Like that's just, I should not be like unable to move as a 24-year-old. You know what I mean? Like I need to loosen up. I need to release the tension in my hips, release that trauma. So whether I go back to a yoga studio or whatever it is, I need to be moving, stretching, flowing, yoga. I need it. So that's on my personal goals. Nothing crazy. This I can do. I just have to plan for it. My wellness goals. Okay, if you guys have been here for the last few months, I've been talking about doing like a 10K step challenge with my girly friend. We did October and then we decided to do it in November into December until Christmas. I feel so much better. The more you move, I swear, the more you move, the more steps I'm getting up. That's like 5 miles walking a day. So if I could do that daily for 365 days, that would be insane. I also feel better in my body. I don't want to like TMI, but like I don't feel as bloated, or everything just moves a bit better. I don't know how to say it without sounding like TMI, I'm sorry, but it's the truth, okay? It's the truth. So I think getting those walks and steps in, that would be a really good challenge. Even if not doing like an insane workout that day, just getting those steps in, I think would be so helpful. Guys, I need to find a new workout routine, okay? I need to find a new workout routine. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna start in a gym this month, and I'm gonna commit to like 2 times a week. Hate the gym. I'm really not a gym girly, but I canceled my yoga membership because it was getting really expensive, so I canceled that. I haven't worked out now in months because that was a thing I love to do, but I know I need to move my body and like work on my strength and take care of my muscles and all the things that I just am not doing, I need to do. So I'm gonna try to find a new workout routine. We're gonna work on that in January, like 2 times a week in the gym, and just see how I feel on top of the stretching and yoga. I'm not going crazy, okay? I'm not gonna say 4 times a week right off the bat because that's not even realistic. Even 2 times a week sounds like a lot. We're gonna get where we need to go. I just have to plan for it. And then meal prepping, lunch and dinner. This helps, of course, with my health and wellness because I plan meals, so I already know what I'm eating. Like I can eat more protein and fiber and get all my healthy fats and carbs and all these things. I can actually plan for that rather than doing everything on a whim and like ordering on DoorDash or something like that. Having plans and shopping for said meal plan, I think really does help. I'm also a leftovers girly, so I love leftovers. A lot of this stuff is really focused on my day-to-day routine. I feel like in general though, like any like personal or wellness goals, like typically is focused in the day-to-day, and then we're gonna move into the other goals, such as the financial goals. These goals, to get to these goals, I think all the other things I do in the day-to-day will be the recipe for the success of those like big specific goals. Because if I'm ordering DoorDash and I'm spending money on all these things out and about instead of focusing on these day-to-day goals, I'm gonna not get to my first financial goal of buying a house fast. It's gonna take me way longer because what am I doing in the day-to-day? I'm not like focused on this thing. So the first one is to buy a house in Cape Town. We are trying to buy an investment property in Cape Town, South Africa. We would like to own property somewhere. The US is very expensive, and we would like to buy a house. This will be an investment property. I probably won't talk about the house too much here on this channel because it's a separate thing, but this is something that we're working towards this year. It's gonna happen. We started the foundation of it in 2025, as in like not literal foundation of a house, but like we started getting the habits in order. We started the savings. Like we're not too far into it, but we started, so we just have to build off that now. We're getting our habits in order, all these things to buy this house. So that'll be a very exciting day. Like I said, it probably won't be spoken about on my channel much just because it's like a separate thing. Our whole life pretty much is working towards this goal, like our habits and not traveling much and doing all these things. To get there, I feel like I just have to mention, hey, this is our goal. Save a $10,000 emergency fund. I think a couple months worth of rent and expenses will be very useful to have in the bank in case we were to need it for any reason. I would like to work towards having 10 grand in an emergency fund by the end of the year. And then I'm gonna work towards any other financial goals, investing, doing all these things that I don't know how to do, but it sounds very daunting, all these things. So trying to do everything one at a time and learn as I go. I've been talking about these things a lot in the payday routine videos. So if you have been around for that, then you've definitely seen that, obviously. And you've heard me talk about it. We'll continue to talk about it. And then 1 year of budgeting. So using my budget for a year straight and just seeing how it works and how much of a difference it makes in our day-to-day. And then I want to do like a no spend week every month. We did a few of these last year and I loved it. And I think it'll be really beneficial to us in this new year. I've seen a few people like online do this. That's how I was like, let me do a no spend week. So you're spending on bills and groceries, but not on like going out to eat, not on ordering out, not on going to a coffee shop, like really just like using whatever you have, doing things at home or for free, like not spending because you're out and you just feel like you have to spend, because I always spend money when I go out. I leave the house, I spend money. Like that's how it works. We will get into the financial goals more in my 2026 financial goals video where I break it all down more, but I just wanted to mention it because it's part of my yearly goals, obviously. Most of these categories after this are pretty new. I decided I want to take in 3 mindsets into the new year. I want to stop making decisions out of fear. With the way my mental health was about mid-2025, a lot of the choices and things I was doing was based out of my fear for specific outcomes or not doing things because of outcomes I was afraid would happen, being afraid to do things, to try things, to be in a space that's unknown and unfamiliar. Some of the things that I was fearing was definitely like, in my opinion, realistic, but to someone else it might not be realistic. So I'm really working towards this one this year. I've always been like this, but it was really rough this year. Whatever I decide to do, it can't be fear-based. Like if I'm afraid of this thing, I feel like I should run towards it. Within reason, obviously, you know, but like, you know what I'm trying to say. Develop self-discipline. This is gonna be the theme of my 2026. Self-discipline. I feel so good when I'm doing the things that I know feel good for me. My happiness is very much rooted, of course, in the people I love in my life and all the good in my life, but it's also within myself and my routines and the things I'm doing, keeping those promises to myself, building that confidence in myself, and that does come from self-discipline and showing up even when you don't want to and doing things when they're difficult. That is where that comes from, so I do need to develop self-discipline to get there. And then just in general, stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. And trust myself. Trust myself that things will work out when I make a decision, or if things don't work out, to trust myself to be okay afterwards and to handle the situation the best way I can. Because I do that a lot where I won't make a decision or I'll overthink so much that I'll just go the opposite direction. And like, of course it's important to think things through, but I do it so much like to the point where it's like, it ruins the whole thing for me. Like, it just, I don't know how to explain it, but like if you know this feeling, you get what I'm saying probably. I just overthink so much and I just need to trust myself to make the decisions that are good for me and do the things that are good for me, and whatever comes from that, I can deal with. Last year, I put on travel to these 5 crazy places. Meanwhile, I'm thousands of dollars in debt. We want to buy a house. I don't know what I was thinking, okay? So I made my travel goals this year. So I don't say realistic, but like I made my travel goals this year. Like some a little like scary, some realistic. Like I want to travel home this year. I would love to do a summer in Rhode Island trip, whether it's like 3 days, 5 days. I want to go home. I want to start crying. I want to soak in all the New England vibes. I'm from Rhode Island if you're new here, and I miss home. Like that is where I belong. One day I will be there again, and I just know it. In me, I don't travel home much because I'm like working or working towards goals. Also, home is, I love home, but home does come with a lot of feelings for me, good and bad. I would say I've been through a lot in my life, and I just got to work through some things, and going home and being there is something that I have to work through a little bit. Other than that though, I love Rhode Island as a whole, so I do need to travel home at some point this year. And I just love it there. It truly is. Like Rhode Island is healing. If you spend a summer in Rhode Island, you will love it. It's beautiful. It's just, it's home. So this is the like unspecific travel goal that I feel is gonna be a little hard. I would like to travel somewhere with Tyron quarterly. So one trip every few months, but not a trip where it's like these big like international. We're not there yet. We can't afford that right now. Like we're not there yet. But even if it's like local, we'll talk about this in my Q1 goals. But for example, I would love us to go to Key West for a couple nights because we've always wanted to go. I don't know why, just because we've been in Florida for so long and we've just never been. So that might be the first one, like us go to Key West, enjoy a couple days there. I'm not trying to spend a ton of money, but I would love to just explore and be out a bit more, out and about, and to travel to some new places. So that would be 4 new places this year that I've been to, and I feel like that's pretty good. So I just have to plan for it, that's the thing, and like set dates aside and kind of like financially plan for it, but I would love us to do that. So I think we're gonna work towards that this year. And then the last one, it's the big trip. It's Cape Town. If you're new, Tyron is from South Africa. He's from Cape Town and his family's there, and we went. The last time we were there was in 2024. So by the time we get there again, it'll be about 2 years since we've been back. I love Cape Town. Cape Town is my second home, and it's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's just so fun. So I can't wait to go back. And we do plan to go back to spend some time there, see family, and just soak up the city that we love. So beauty goals. I feel like I don't focus on this kind of stuff enough. And I think that's because I just don't spend money on these kind of things, because I'm like, oh, but that money could go towards this because things are pretty expensive. I would like to find a new signature scent. I love a good perfume, and I think because it lasts so long, so I feel like when I buy it, it's worth it. I have one in mind, and I think I'm gonna get one this year. I think something that you can that's almost an investment in a way, like something that is a bit more of like, it'll last a bit longer term. Like there's a perfume that Tyron got me for Christmas. I've had over 2 years now, and it's almost gone, but like it's like that kind of thing where like it lasts for so long, it's like worth paying for it. It's one of those things where like it's expensive, so you're like, do I want to pay, you know? I need to master a makeup routine, and like a full-on makeup routine where I use like bronzer and highlight and all these things that I don't know how to do, that I just need to learn because I'm an adult woman and I am gonna be 25 this year who has very basic makeup routine, and I would like to play around with that again this year. This was on my goal list last year and I just did not get there, so this year I really want to do that. And then the last thing is to invest in a hair tool. I was letting my hair go natural for a very long time, like air dry, all the things. I've recently implemented my hair straightener again with heat protectant, and I have been loving it, and I think I just need a new hair tool. Heated brush, something that is an investment for me and for my hair and for my beauty and for things that just make me feel good as a woman. This is not something I typically focus on, as I said, because of all of our financial goals. I have a hard time being like, okay, like investing in like something like that for myself. Body care. Okay. Things I need to do for my body that I often put off, again, because I'm like, it's not that bad yet. Like I always wait till things are not that bad, and then finally when it is that bad, I'll take care of it. Guys, it's so important to take care of yourself. If you do not take care of you, then how are you gonna do other things? When I say body care, I mean the basics, okay? I even have a hard time with. I think I have a tooth that needs to be pulled. That's what the dentist said, but they quoted me so expensive that I like didn't want to believe them because it was so expensive. I probably do need it pulled though. And I would like Invisalign as well. I never got braces when I was younger because I didn't like need them, so I never got them, but I would really love a nice straight smile. That was on my list for last year as well, and then I never invested in it. It's just expensive, so we'll see this year. This one's gonna be maybe. I might be stuck with the same teeth. I need to go to the eye doctors, guys. This is my number one. I need new contacts and I need new glasses. I have not owned a pair of glasses, though I wear contacts and I cannot see, in years, because it's expensive. Even with insurance, I'm like, is it worth spending the money? Yes, it is. Like, you need these things, Jill. Someone tell me, like, this is gonna be the first thing in January I do for body care stuff. I would love a spa day or a massage. I don't love massages. I'm not a big toucher. I don't love being touched. It's just a thing for me. I like, everybody in my life knows, like, I'll like hug here and there, but I don't love being touched, and I don't know why. I don't know what it stems from, but I've kind of been like this a lot, and over the years I feel like it's gotten worse. But girl needs a massage, okay? And like, I think just having a full spa day, going to a sauna, a steam room, a cold plunge, getting a massage, doing a proper day, I think I need it. I think I need it. So that's the goal this year. One of them. It'll be so good for my body. I'm sure Tyron would love to do it too, so maybe we'll do it as a couple. And then my nail health. Guys, I started taking care of my nails more this past year, and it was great. I was doing press-ons, and I stopped doing press-ons because it was like ripping out my nail. I need to figure out my nails because I rip and pick at them a lot. I don't know. I've always done it. I think it's like been an anxiety thing for a long time, so that needs to be taken care of. This is how you know I've been talking too long. It's when my camera runs out of storage. So sorry if this angle changed. The final category. Well, I have two more. I have other and social media. The other is the only one I'm gonna talk about. For some reason with the social media goals, I feel like I'm gonna like jinx myself. I don't know why. I think it's because it's like the hardest thing for me to accomplish in my life right now is like anything to do with my social media. And because it feels kind of like work in a way because I'm trying to make money from it, I feel almost like it won't come true because I'm talking about it. So I'm just not even gonna say anything about it, and I'm gonna just work towards my goals. Others, my other category. I wanna try a new activity every month. I want to actively go out of my way to try something new. I think I've been in my comfort zone for so long. Work, sleep, home, books. I stay in my bubble. I just want to try new things. I want to like push myself more this year and have more fun. Like, what is fun these days? I feel like I have fun with my friends and with Tyron, but like an activity, like trying something, being not great at something, Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's social media. Probably. I feel like everything goes back to social media. I feel like if you're not an expert at something, it's almost like don't try it because you feel like you just have to be good at it. But that's like literally the whole point of like trying new things and starting something new is like you're not good at it and you have to work to be good at it. Or you could just try a new activity because it's fun. Like you don't have to be good at it. You could just like enjoy it. That's fine. Like that's good actually. I just need to push myself more. So I want to try a new activity every month. It could be something small. It could be something huge. I'll talk about it every month in my monthly goals. And I think I need to plan for it too. Like I need to say, okay, this month I'm gonna ballroom dance, which that's on my list because Tyron and I have been wanting to ballroom dance for years since we got back into Dancing with the Stars, and I think it'd be so fun. But you see, daunting and scary. And I'm gonna be bad at it. I'm not flexible. And I get motion sickness, so if I'm spinning too much, I'll probably get like nauseous. I'm gonna have to take medicine for that. I know that sounds like ridiculous, but like I feel like I will get nauseous from spinning around so many times. Anyway, okay. Limit social media time. I'm considering even like putting a time limit on this as well, like daily social media limit. Guys, my time could be like 4 hours. What am I doing for 4 hours on social media or like screen time? What are we doing? 4 hours could be put towards so many different things. This one is self-explanatory. I feel like we're moving into a new era as a whole, like where we're all kind of over social media. Like yes, content like this where we're like, it's like things that you can benefit from and like get inspired by and like can enjoy. But like just the doom scrolling and mindlessly scrolling, I just can't do it anymore. I can't. But I can't stop either. So I have to force myself to stop. And then the last thing, I would like to start some new hobbies. I don't know when I'll do this. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know what kind of hobbies I'd be doing, but people have such cool hobbies. I don't know. I read. I've always been a reader. That's always been like my hobby. When someone asks me like, what's your hobby? My hobby is reading. My hobby is like, used to be like yoga or like sculpt or something like that, but that's pretty much my hobbies. I don't know. So I would love to start a new hobby. Like I've seen so many people do like scrapbooking or like, what is it? Like the junk journaling, crocheting, like so many cool, like artsy bracelet making, painting. I would just love to get into like some new hobbies. So I'm gonna work on that this year. I wanna have fun. I want to like experience things again. I feel like I've been in this bubble for so long. I think a big part of that was like the financial goals. I felt trapped. Now that we're kind of out of that, I can focus on other things. I feel really good. I can't even tell you the last time where I've said like, I feel good and I'm like not miserable. Like I feel good. And I feel like I need to capitalize on this feeling and just enjoy my days. So those are my goals for the new year. We're gonna move into the vision board. I'm gonna do a very brief explanation on how I make it and show you what it looks like. Future Jill popping in to go over my vision board with. I'm obsessed with my vision board. I kept it very clean and simple. Like everything I look at, I'm like, okay, that relates to my goals. So everybody has like different forms of vision goals. Mine, when I open my computer or my phone, I need to be able to look at the picture and say, okay, that's what that relates to. That's what that relates to. So we're gonna get right into it. Okay, first up in the top corner, we have the sauna. Doesn't that sauna look stunning and luxurious and just so wonderful? That's gonna represent my spa day and all of my health and wellness goals. Going down, I'm just gonna work column by column. That is a picture at Castle Hill Inn in Newport, Rhode Island. I wanna cry looking at it. That represents obviously my trip home and my travel home. To be able to sit on that grass in an Adirondack chair with a cocktail and look out at the Newport Harbor, stunning. Not even my hometown. It's just like Rhode Island is home. The whole state is home. It's a very small state. A little quote down at the bottom: healthy body, healthy mind, healthy soul. That obviously relates to all my goals, all my health and wellness goals, my personal goals, and my beauty goals. Next line, we have money flows easily to me. This is obviously in relation to all of my financial goals, specifically YouTube goals that I have that I didn't really share. But I'm really trying to make this more of like an income stream in some form, as well as just my money goals in general. I have a hard time with my money goals. I always have imposter syndrome, like I don't deserve it, like it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to others, but not to me. It definitely belongs to me just as much as it belongs to others. So I just needs to flow easy to me. That makeup bag, it has some brand name makeup products in there. That really is just, again, to represent my beauty goals and to master a makeup routine, a good good solid makeup routine. A picture of a plane. That picture, I probably have a ton in my camera roll. That is not from me, that's from Pinterest, but that is obviously representing my travel goals, specifically the quarterly travel goals. That's what I see when I look at that. Not all my other travel goals because I have pictures for each of those, but that's specifically the ones that I want to take with Tyron every quarter. I want to have that view more often. The top, that's representing my social media goals and working for myself on my YouTube. A new era of me. I have been speaking about this so much. I just feel like I'm moving into this like new version of myself, this new chapter of my life, not feeling stressed about money, just doing well with my mental health and focusing on experiences that bring me joy. Just a new era of me. Confident, happy, healthy. Money, of course, like financial goals, all of them. I just need a lot of those hundreds. I need a lot of them for all my goals that I have. The new home is coming, obviously. That's a reminder of the house goals that we have to buy a house in Cape Town. Discipline, focus, consistency. This is my mantra. I last year made a lot of decisions based on how I was feeling, and then not because of discipline, not because of consistency, but I did a lot on how I was feeling and a lot of my negative emotions, and I would lean into those negative emotions, and it would hold me back from a lot of things that I wanted to do for myself. So I think that's the mantra going into this year. The ocean, another like Rhode Island vibe picture, but also my mindset goals. The ocean makes me feel so free. I've always loved the ocean. I've always felt more grounded when I live near the ocean. If you've been around since I lived in like Arizona and Colorado, I could feel the ocean being so far away from me. I could feel it in my soul. That sounds so woohoo, but I'm a girl that belongs less than a mile from the beach. Like, I need to be able to access the beach at all times. And the beach always helps with my mind. Anytime I needed to clear my head back home, I'd go. Anytime when I'm in Florida where I'm like, I need a little bit of grounding, I go to the beach. I have this very deep respect for the ocean as well. This is getting a little woohoo, but I'm gonna share it anyway. I have this very deep respect for the ocean. It is, in my opinion, one of the most powerful forces on the planet, just naturally. Like within the earth, it is so fun and beautiful and carefree, but it's also deep and dramatic, and I just respect the ocean so much because it's so powerful. Like, it can make you float and it can also make you sink. Literally. Right in the middle there is my YouTube channel. I changed the like where it says like 3.7k subscribers, I changed it to 10k. So every time I look at this, it just needs to become natural that's just how many subscribers I have. 10,000 of you are subscribed to me. This is your sign. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Helps me out a lot. Down at the bottom there are some canvases, a little charcuterie. I made this vision board with pictures that I could see myself with. So I didn't put any people in these pictures that I could see. Like, there's some in that Newport picture, but that's it, and they're very far away. I just imagined myself taking these pictures, and like, I could visualize that, me actually doing that thing. I could picture myself with those canvases and charcuterie and those glass of wine with friends, and that represents like new activities and new hobbies. But like with realistic things like the charcuterie that I currently already do, I could picture myself taking that picture. Same thing with the books up there. All those pages of books that I have open, just my goal to read 50 books. In the middle there, I have that workout set up there. That water bottle is the exact water bottle I have. It really does help me visualize that setting. I have a black yoga mat as well, so really focusing on that, seeing that and doing that often. The only thing is the weights that I obviously don't have. But finding my new workout routine and doing yoga and going back to sculpt and all the things that I love, that is what I see. Miss Dior, getting myself a new signature scent for the year. I really felt weird putting that on my vision board because it's like a material thing and I don't often focus on buying myself a lot of like items, but I think it's important. Representation of this new era I'm moving into and finding a signature scent and investing in something physical for me. All those fruits and vegetables and eggs and all the healthy foods that I want to focus on with my meal planning and my meal prepping at home, not eating out unless like socializing. This vision board, I'm really looking at it and I'm like, I could picture these in my camera roll. Like, I picture taking these pictures. Maybe at the end of the year, I'll do like a side-by-side comparison of like pictures I've taken. A year full of memories. I want to have fun this year, guys. I want to have fun. I want to travel. I want to have experiences with friends and Tyron, and I just want to have a year full of memories. This past year, I look back and a lot of it is mostly of the money and the financial goals and working a lot and I had a lot of negativity in my 2025. It was a good year for like paying off debt and feeling grounded in one space. Yes, that was good, but mentally I had a hard time. As I did the other years as well. Last year was not the first year I had a hard time mentally, but it was a very hard mental year last year. But a year full of memories, good memories. I want to have fun. I want to do things. I just want good memories. And then last but not least, Cape Town. Oh, I'm getting chills looking at that picture. I like had a flashback to when we were in Cape Town riding on the red bus. This is probably why I can also picture this in my camera roll as well. I'm like getting chills. So I can picture all this in my camera roll and just like looking at all this. I don't like vision boards that are so filled and cluttered with like a bunch of people's faces, and I've had that before in like travel destinations, and it just didn't resonate because it just wasn't me. And everybody's different with that. Some people get inspired by that. I tried to make it of things that I could see myself that I was looking at. So that is the vision board for 2026. I'm cutting back to past Jill so she can end this vlog. That is the 2026 goals and vision board. Of course, I need you to comment down below. What are your goals for the year? Give me like 2 or 3. Give me your biggest goal or give me a couple goals. I want to talk about it in the comments. This is so fun because I feel like if you don't know what you want to do yet, you can get inspiration from the people who are commenting, or if you're just like really excited about your goals, please share them. I will be ringing in the new year by working as one does in hospitality, but I will come home to a nice glass of Prosecco because I did buy a bottle, and Tyron and I will be cheersing to the new year because we do that every year, even at home, even if we're not out partying. It's so important to like experience and acknowledge and to enjoy these things, even if it's in your own way, even if it's at home. By the time you guys see this, it'll be past the new year. It's not too late. Do it tonight if you didn't do it. Go out and buy like a mini bottle of like bubblies, or a non-alcoholic version if you don't drink, like, and just toast the new year, reflect, think of all that's to come, and like really soak it in, because this only happens once a year, so you have to enjoy it. I am all about experiences, and I want to cry. I feel like I'm coming back to myself. I feel like this like giddy girl who's now like a woman, I'm gonna start crying. Like, I just feel like I'm coming back to myself, and it's not because of these like goals. And I'm so excited to experience life this year, and like it just feels good. And I feel like the last few years I've had a really hard time, and I just feel like I'm entering this new era and chapter of my life. I'm just so excited. So thank you all for being here. I love you all, and I cannot wait to continue this New Year's series because we're not done yet. We're not just setting these goals and then just never looking at them until the end of the year. We are setting these goals and we're gonna look at them almost every day until the end of this year because we're working on accomplishing things. So with that, I'll see you all for the next round of this planning. Love you all. Have a great rest of your day and Happy New Year. Bye.